welcome back to NoBlandMakeup, where we do makeup and body paint tutorials, usually with a cosplay twist. Today is more like a review, kind of. Mostly it's a makeup tutorial, but it's kind of a review of the Colourpop X Sailor Moon, or the other way around, whatever, palette that they came out with. I finally got my hands on it, and I'm so happy. I will explain, I promise. So, yeah. The first thing I did was, play with my new contacts. No, the first thing I did was apply a little bit of eyeshadow primer on my eyes. This will help your eyeshadows stick a little bit better, be more vibrant, all that stuff. This one's a new one for me. It's from NARS. I've heard good things about it, but never actually tried it. And then they had it for points at Sephora, and I was like, well, I have a bajillion points, so why not? So the first color we're gonna get into is called Miracle Romance. Now, I don't know why, but I thought this color was gonna come out more purpley. In the pan, like, it looks like a purpley kind of pink. It's not my favorite shade out of this whole thing. I felt that when I was trying to blend it out, like you can see, it was kind of, I don't know if maybe it was the primer that it was gripping to a little bit too much, but I had a hard time blending it out, and I feel like every other shade that I used blended way easier than that one. But I have other palettes that have a similar color to this, and I also have that kind of issue with it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like, maybe it's just certain colors that like have issues. I don't know. But I'm gonna put this on the inner corner, outer corner, I know what I'm talking about, on the outer corner of my eye, and blend it out. Now, if you have more hooded eyes, you definitely want to make sure that you're looking straight into a mirror so you can see how much of your eyeshadow is going to be showing, especially if you're going to be putting something in the crease, because the fold of what we essentially call the hood is kind of going to like hide some of that, so you want to make sure that you can see what is going to be showing, especially when you do any kind of look that has to do with like crease type of colors or anything that you want to stand out in the crease. Just so you know. I feel like I'm rambling now. I also had like 2 Cokes, and they always make me kind of hyper. I don't know. So the next color that I use that I actually like a lot is called Tuxedo Rose. This is like a that color, and I freaking love it. After using the first color, the Miracle Romance, like, I honestly thought, like, oh, this palette's gonna be like, okay, they lied to me on YouTube. But no, it's just that color. This one came out super pretty, and I don't think I have, like, a salmony orange kind of color like that. So I liked it a lot. I just put it on the lid space that I didn't put that Miracle Rose color in, and then I took a little bit more of the Miracle Rose, just on, like, a flat shader brush, and kind of blended it into the Tuxedo Rose. Sorry, I have to keep looking at the colors. Just so there's no like harsh lines. I wanted this to be kind of a bold but soft kind of look, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think the next look I'm going to do with this is going to be more like graphic lines. I don't know. We'll see. But the next color that I picked up was Justice. I didn't want to do like a normal inner corner highlight. I wanted to do something with fun colors. And this palette's kind of like half more like neutrally colors, and then it has some pops of color, so I just kind of want to play with those basically. And I use this as my inner corner highlight. With a look like this, yellow in your inner corner actually looks pretty cool. I like it a lot. For some reason too, the mattes have like glitter pressed into them. They're not like shimmers, but they have glitter pressed into them. And surprisingly, they actually kind of stuck, which was weird. Normally when I have shades like that, it kind of like falls all over the place. I don't know. Then I took a little bit of Twilight Flash. It's almost like a flesh tone peachy color, leaning more towards peachy. And I put that just over top of Miracle Romance on the edges to kind of help blend it out a little bit more, because you can't really see it on the camera, but it wasn't as blended as I would like, and I am super picky about that. Like, I'm really annoying about that, I know. Next thing I did was I took a little bit of Luna, and it's this like, I swear I have this purple color in like every single Urban Decay palette ever. But I put that just in the center part of my lower lash line to kind of act as like a highlight. This is one of those shades where you definitely have to use your finger to pick up the color. I tried using a brush, it wasn't working, but I hate using my finger, and I was like, no, we are doing this my way. And I don't know, it kind of worked. Like, it gives you a light flush of that sparkly purple. And then I took more of the Miracle Romance on a flat shader brush, and I put that on my lower lash line. I think for that color, you honestly just need to use something a little bit flatter and stiffer, and it kind of tends to pick up the color more and blend it a little bit easier. I'm not sure why, but it worked. And then I took some more of Tuxedo Rose and put that on the inner part, kind of connecting it into the yellow and making a little bit more of an orange color. Now for the liner, I already have a tutorial for this and for how to put on lashes, so I'll have them both linked in the description as well as the cards up above. But basically what you want to do is, especially for more hooded eyes, because if you have a lot of space, you can kind of see what you're doing, but if your eyes are more hooded, you want to look straight in the mirror so you can kind of see how much of your eyeliner is going to be showing. And then for lashes, just make sure that you measure twice and cut once. But I'll leave the links for those videos somewhere for you guys. Alright, now I didn't use the rest of the shades for the eyeshadow palette. I used about half of it though. But what I did do is I took one of the Super Shock shadows from Colourpop. I'll have everything I used listed down at the bottom for you guys, by the way. They're affiliate links, so if you're not cool with that, that's cool. But I used that, it's like a dark pink, as a base for when I was gonna put my glitter freckles on. I got the 2 glitters that came with this collection, and I realized that you can make glitter freckles, so that's exactly what I did. In this particular look, I used the bluish purplish one. In the next look that I'm probably going to do, I'm going to use the other one, just because why not? But yeah, so I legit almost had a heart attack because I thought I wasn't recording this whole time, but I was, so we're good. One tip I have though to kind of like put the glitter where you want it is to use a little bit and kind of spread it out on, like, I used the cap of the actual product. And if there's like chunks of glitter that are where you don't want them to be, just take your finger and move it. Which sounds like duh, but you know. But this is the final look. So I hope you guys like this very colorful Sailor Moon collab inspired thing. It looks nothing like something you would see on the show, but I don't care. I have fun doing it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to see what comes out of my channel next, and let me know what you guys want to see down in the description, the comments. I know what I'm talking about. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!